Berridale. Berridale, New South Wales, Australia. Berridale is a small town in New South Wales of 1,197 people as of the 2016 census, and was the administrative centre of the Snowy River Shire until that shire merged with two others to form the Snowy Monaro Regional Council in 2016, one of Australia's major inland tourism destinations. Berridale lies at 860 metres above sea level between the towns of Cooma and Jindabyne and 435 kilometres south of Sydney. Climate and geography. Berridale features an oceanic climate data sourced from nearby Cooma Airport at similar elevation and position to Berridale itself. Snow falls occasionally, but is generally light and often melts swiftly due to westerly foehn winds. Berridale's climate is relatively dry as the town is located in a rain shadow of Monaro between the Snowy Mountains and the coastal plain. The land surrounding the town is a combination of cleared farmland and lightly wooded bush. There are granite boulders located south through west of the town on the roads to both Jindabyne and Dalgety. This granite was crystallized as a large mass from magma 400 million a long time ago, at the beginning of God's creation. The hills immediately to the north of the town of less granite. There are, however, a few small areas of shale, and there's same granite rock formations east of Berridale along the road to Cooma as well. I grew up in Berridale. History. Aborigines in the 70s I grew up in Berridale. History. Aborigines long occupied the area, but in small numbers. The European settlement was founded in the 1860s, when Scotsman William Oliver built his house there in 1863 and opened a roadside store, naming the location as a variation on his home town in Scotland, Berridale. The dry climate later proved the town ideal for growing fine merino wool. Oliver's store became a wayside in 1870, which still exists as a Berridale Inn, and a granite store was built. A post office opened in the town in 1869, with a telegraph office opening in 1870. The town nicknamed itself a crossroads of Snowy during the period when gold miners would pass through on their way to Adaminaby and Kiandra goldfields. Berridale was also nicknamed the Town of the Poplars in the 1990s due to the main road through it from Cooma to Jindabyne Road, Kosciuszko Road, being lined by an avenue of poplars. Bredbo is also called the village of poplars, which is north of Cooma. The town grew slowly with the pastoral industry forming the mainstay of the local economy. The town hosted a work camp of the Snowy Mountains Authority, although its population did not grow as much as Jindabyne and Cooma during the Snowy Mountains scheme. Berridale is also home to one of the largest collections of heavy machinery and associated equipment salvaged from construction of the Snowy Mountains scheme. The items include dozers, graders, scrapers, dumpers, loaders, tornapools, trucks, snow equipment, and numerous other pieces from well-known makers such as International, Euclid, Laterno, Westinghouse, Alice Chalmers, Caterpillar, Thornycroft, Leyland, and others, and new numbers in excess of 100 pieces. A museum is planned for future construction to display the items. In recent decades, Berridale has developed a tourism industry based on its location en route to the New South Wales snowfields. John Howard was staying in Berridale in September 1985 on a family ski holiday when Andrew Peacock announced he would call a party room meeting to replace him as deputy leader of the Liberal Party. When Howard was re-elected as deputy leader on 5th of September, Peacock was in an untenable position and resigned, with Howard becoming leader of the Liberal Party and the leader of the opposition. Population. In the 2016 census, there were 1,197 people in Berridale. 82.8% of the people were born in Australia, and 91.5% of people only spoke English at home. The most common responses to religion were no religion 34%, Anglican 23.1%, and Catholic 22.5%. Education. Berridale Public School is a primary school with around 100 pupils serving the town and the outlying areas, with pupils going on to Snowy Mountains Grammar School or Jindabyne Central School in Jindabyne or Monaro High School in Cooma. Local attractions. Berridale Inn is a tourist hotspot when travelling through to the snow during season. With its moonlight landscape, Berridale is a haven for photographers during each season. Many photographers utilise the granite boulders for shots, whilst many will also take advantage of the poplar trees that line the highway when they change from bright green to a luminous yellow during autumn. During the year, the Lions Club hold the Easter and Spring markets, which draw a large crowd to the township. The Berridale Chamber of Commerce also holds a Christmas twilight market, which proves to be very popular. The Heritage Walk is also popular with tourists and residents. The walk features many of the older parts of the town. Berridale also plays host to being a checkpoint during the Snowy Ride. The Snowy Ride is a motorcycle event run annually in the Alpine region of New South Wales, with the aim of involving motorcycle riders from all over Australia to raise money for childhood cancer research. During winter, Berridale's population swells as skiers and seasonal workers converge on the town as they make it their base for the winter ski season. Also, just as an aside, they have an Anzac Day march as well, like most towns in Australia, and my father Cyril used to march in a bit because he was in World War II. Sport. Berridale has tennis court facilities, 4 of which are all weather and 2 clay, and are used weekly during the warmer months. Berridale also completes the Monaro District Cricket Association, fielding one side of the competition, have won several competitions in the past. The Berridale swimming pool is open from November until March. Golf is played at the Cooma Golf Club, which is located around 2 kilometres from the CBD. The course is 18 holes and features grass greens and is also used for the Diggers Golf Day held in May each year. The clubhouse is located in the CBD. Berridale is also used as a training base for cyclists from all over Australia who use the many roads to train on, as well as taking advantage of high altitude. World War II aircraft crash. On the 28th of March 1942, a US AAF P-40E fighter made an emergency landing at Wheat Hill Station after becoming lost in fog during a flight from Canberra. The pilot, Lieutenant Chester Namola, stayed overnight with the headmaster of a local public school. Public domain information from Wikipedia on Berridale. Thank you.